All right, and welcome to the first step training here of the duplicate process. Again, my name is Michael Fitzpatrick, and it is an honor to spend some time with you here. The purpose of these little snippets is to give you some high-level information and some great value that is specific and unique to our team. And so the first step we want to jump right into here is your purpose and helping you define your why. You're going to hear this phrase over and over and over again as part of Viridian. And what we want to do is we want to help clarify your purpose, which is basically the why, the reason behind everything that you do. And when we know this in life or design, it is very empowering and the path is clear. And I'm going to tell you right now that whether you're 20 years old or you're 40 years old or you're 60 years old or you're 80 years old, there's things that have happened in your life that have really helped shape and mold you to being the person that you are today. And they may have been extremely challenging things that you've overcome. Maybe you haven't even fully delved into some of those things there. But one of the things that's empowering is for you to know that your story has extraordinary value and that your story is actually your brand. So helping you get clearer on your purpose. Why is it that you are involved with Viridian? You may think it's for money, you may think it's for this, you may think it's for that. But when you first get involved, your reason for doing this business is actually probably very blurred. If you think about somebody who wears glasses, it's like the vision that they see with their glasses when they're off. They can kind of see things over here and over there, but they don't have total clarity. And when you first got involved in this business, Viridian, it may have been today or yesterday or a week ago or a year ago, but you may have thought you were getting involved for certain reasons, and as time goes on, by the way, the words down below there did spell out blurred vision. I could have read vision, but I didn't know what blurred was there, so I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page and you could see that. It's pretty cool. The second part, though, is that as you spend more time, as you continue to plug in with Viridian, your vision becomes much clearer as time goes on. Now, the glasses in this business represent a few different things. The first thing that the glasses represent is basically staying plugged in. That means that beyond the calls, beyond the Bob Q call on Monday mornings and the Joe O call on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, 8 o'clock, they're 20 minutes long, guys, and they're powerful. They're inspirational. They're chock full of good information. And there's also, Viridian leadership calls on Monday night, and we have team calls for ourselves. But the point is that stay plugged into the calls and also the meetings. Make sure that you're at every big meeting that's possible, because guys, when you're on these calls and at these meetings, you're going to hear things on a certain day that's exactly what you needed to hear. And by you being there, it's obvious that that's what you needed to hear that day. But you're going to hear something in a different way perhaps, or perhaps you could be a resource for somebody else by your presence being there as well. Second thing is just to follow the system. Don't try to deviate from the system and be this creative genius that all of a sudden can do it better than anybody else. And we have a tried and true process that generates results. So stick with the duplicate system. And whenever you deviate, we have 8 steps to help you get right back on track. It's powerful, it's easy, it's duplicatable. Because remember, people are not duplicatable, but systems and processes are. The third thing is never, don't you dare, don't you ever even think about quitting in anything in life. The easiest thing to do is to cut and run, to just bag it and move on. And I'm going to tell you that 95% of people are going to probably quit in anything they do, whether it's the gym or a relationship or a business or anything. So I encourage you to not make that a pattern. If it's been a pattern in your life, stop it now. This is an opportunity to strengthen that muscle called commitment. So even if the path is a little blurry right now and you think that you know why you're involved with Viridian, it might not be the real reason. That might come out later on, but keep walking. You'll focus in on what you know when you know what you want. Then the picture of your life will be crystal clear. Just don't ever give up. That's the bottom line. So we have an acronym in the workbook that you got from Viridian that's called FORM. And this is really helping you figure out what areas of your life you want Viridian to help contribute more positively in. So whether it's family, occupation, recreation, or motivation. Do you have enough time right now to spend with the people that really mean and matter the most to you? Your children, your parents, your siblings, your friends, or do you feel like you don't have enough time for those people? How about your occupation? Do you like what you do? If so, Viridian could be a great supplement. Maybe you don't like what you do, or maybe you're trading your time for your money. You've probably heard the phrase time poverty. I've had lots of friends who travel in and out of New York City all the time, and they make significant money, but they have no life, right? They have no time for their family or their friends or sports or activities. They're always working or commuting. How about recreationally? Whether it's kayaking or sewing or reading a book or artwork or traveling or whatever you do, golf or, a book club or there's so many different things recreationally that you may want to do more of. So maybe your reason for doing Viridian is to help you be able to embark upon some of those passions that you have. And then the motivation aspect. What adds purpose and value to your life and being able to do more of those kinds of things. So I'm going to basically also challenge you at this point and tell you that your why, your reasons for doing this business, it's why it's the first step. It is so fundamentally, critically important. Why are you doing Viridian? Why did you get involved? Because your reasons for doing this business, they must be bigger than your problems and the obstacles that you're going to face. I'm going to tell you flat out that a month into this business, 3 months into it, 6 months into it, you're probably going to want to have quitted about 100 times. You're going to get rejection. You're going to get friends and family who turn you down and turn you away. And the question becomes is how much perseverance, how much patience do you have? And it's not about them. It's about your vision. And so the reasons you could be doing this business, maybe it's to pay off debt, or maybe you want to be able to retire, or maybe you're passionate about the environment, or you just like being with good people. Maybe you want to pay off college costs. Maybe you personally have debt, or your parents have debt, or you have debt for your children. Maybe you are miserable at your job. I don't know. Maybe you don't even have a job. Maybe you love your job and you're looking for something to add to it. Maybe you're looking for more income. Maybe you're trying to overcome time poverty or have a better lifestyle or more freedom. Or maybe you're just looking for a vehicle that's finally going to put your God-given talents to use in a way that's productive and profitable. Now, on the right-hand side, these are the excuses that people come up with when they're not achieving success, and they start to justify their failure. And they come up with things like, I don't have time, or you don't understand my situation or my schedule, or I'll try instead of I will, or I can't afford to do that, or I'll do that once I have the money. That's not how it works, guys. Do the thing to get the power. It's not once you get the power, you can then do the thing. Maybe you say something like, oh, I need to really be educated first and know all the facts, or I'm only going to do blank, which is giving yourself limitations. Or I want to go at my own pace is what people say a lot of times. I'm too busy. I don't really have time to do that this weekend. Or I'm not comfortable pushing people. So that's what kind of happens. And people start to think of all the reasons why they're not going to succeed. So I would suggest that you take your reasons, take your whys, and write them on an index card. Maybe you have 3 index cards. Put one on your mirror in the bathroom, one in your wallet, maybe one in your car, and write them down. Goals written down have an exponentially greater chance of coming to fruition than goals in our head. And the last thing I'll read off to you here, and you can actually download this. I put it in a little PDF back where you got the video here in the series. It's the Don't Quit poem. If you've never heard it, I love this poem. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the roads you're trudging seem all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down quite a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. For life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure runs about when he might have won if he had stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is just failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. So guys, your why and your reasons for doing this business, that's what this is all about. And we'll see you on the next video. Hope this was helpful. Take care.